around 1973, I became convinced for a while that I was receiving messages from outer space. But then a psychic reader told me I was actually channeling an ancient Chinese philosopher, and another psychic reader told me I was channeling a medieval Irish bard. And at that time, I started reading neurology, and I decided it was just my right brain talking to my left brain.
Robert Anton Wilson is a name that resonates with humor, ingenuity, and an unwavering commitment to expanding the boundaries of human consciousness. He was an American counterculture author, futurist, psychologist, and self-described agnostic mystic. He once said that, "You should view the world as a conspiracy run by a very closely knit group of nearly omnipotent people, and you should think of those people as yourself and your friends." Welcome to More Than a Label. In this video, we will explore the life and philosophy of Robert Anton Wilson. Stay tuned to learn about this underrated genius who should get more attention. The life of Robert Anton Wilson, a man of unparalleled intellectual curiosity, was a remarkable journey through the tapestries of philosophy, mysticism, and the counterculture movement of the 20th century. Robert Anton Wilson was born on January 18, 1932, in Brooklyn, New York, into a world that was just beginning to experience the winds of change that would define the latter half of the 20th century. From an early age, Wilson displayed a precocious intellect, his mind brimming with curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. However, his journey was far from conventional. It was marked by a series of unconventional twists, turns, and tragedies. Born as Robert Edward Wilson on January 18, 1932, in Brooklyn, New York, he embarked on a life filled with eclectic experiences and philosophical exploration. Raised in various neighborhoods within New York, Wilson's early years were marked by a battle with polio, which led him to seek unconventional treatment methods. This early brush with a debilitating illness influenced his outlook on life and resilience. Wilson's educational journey led him from Catholic grammar schools to Brooklyn Technical High School, where he discovered a passion for literary modernism, philosophy, science fiction, and the works of influential thinkers like Alfred Korzybski, who influenced his maybe logic philosophical outlook. Although he attended Brooklyn Polytechnic Institute and New York University, he did not graduate from either, instead immersing himself in various jobs while nurturing his love for writing and a wide range of intellectual interest. In 1961, Wilson had a significant encounter with mescaline in Yellow Springs, Ohio, which marked a turning point in his exploration of consciousness and unconventional thought. He ventured into the world of freelance journalism and advertising copywriting while adopting the pseudonym Robert Anton Wilson. His association with Playboy magazine as an associate editor from 1965 to 1971 provided him with a platform to explore diverse ideas and personalities, including notable figures like Dr. Timothy Leary, Dr. Richard Alpert, also known as Ram Dass, William S. Burroughs, and Allen Ginsberg. During this time, Wilson also co-edited the magazine's Playboy Forum.
Yeah, boy.
In the realm of academia, Wilson received a BA, MA, and a PhD in psychology from Paideia University. His dissertation, later published as Prometheus Rising, reflected his deep interest in psychology and human consciousness. Wilson's personal life was marked by his marriage to Arlen Riley Wilson in 1958, with whom he had 4 children. Tragically, their daughter Luna was beaten to death during a robbery in 1976. It was through his creative and philosophical works that Robert Anton Wilson became a countercultural icon. His collaboration with Robert Shea resulted in the renowned The Illuminatus trilogy, which blended elements of conspiracy theory, the counterculture of the 1960s, and occult symbolism into a groundbreaking narrative. The trilogy's use of Discordianism and the term Fnord had a lasting impact on alternative thought. Fnord is a word which may or may not be Fnord itself, commonly held to be invisible to the conscious mind, but subliminally causing a sense of unease or sudden anger when encountered. One of the most intriguing aspects of Robert Anton Wilson's life was his deep affiliation with Discordianism, a unique and often humorous belief system that embraced chaos and the absurdity of existence. Wilson's involvement with the Church of the Subgenius, a satirical religious organization, mirrored his affinity for the absurd and his tendency to blur the lines between reality and parody. The Church of the Subgenius celebrated a humorous approach to spirituality and encouraged followers to embrace the chaotic and bizarre aspects of existence with a light-hearted spirit. Wilson went on to write other popular fiction series, including the Schrodinger's Cat trilogy and the historical Illuminatus Chronicles, which delved into quantum mechanics, philosophy, and the history of secret societies. In his nonfiction works, such as Cosmic Trigger 1, The Final Secret of the Illuminati, Wilson explored an array of topics, from Freemasonry to Sufism, the Illuminati, futurology, and various countercultural philosophies and practices. He advocated for Timothy Leary's eight-circuit model of consciousness and the ideas of space migration, increased intelligence, life extension, which he collectively referred to as SMILE. Wilson's unique approach to belief, or rather his lack of it, is encapsulated in this quote: "I do not believe anything. Belief is the death of intelligence." He promoted the use of E prime, a form of English that lacks the verb to be, to encourage clearer and more open thinking. A vocal opponent of the war on some drugs, Wilson was a pioneer proponent of medical marijuana and participated in events supporting its legalization. As an advocate for individual rights, Wilson worked with the Fully Informed Jury Association to raise awareness about jury nullification, the right of jurors to nullify unjust laws. Throughout his life, Robert Anton Wilson also delved into the world of conspiracy theories, which were closely related to his interest in secret societies and the manipulation of reality. He believed in the idea that conspiracies, whether grounded in truth or not, were tools used to control and shape public perception. He often remarked, "Reality is what you can get away with," emphasizing the malleability of truth and the power of those who controlled narratives. In his writings, Wilson explored the intricacies of conspiracy theories, including those surrounding organizations like the Illuminati, which he both playfully embraced and critically dissected. His works were a blend of satire, skepticism, and an invitation for readers to question established narratives. Wilson's audacity didn't stop at his writings or stage appearances. In 2006, he took an unconventional step into the realm of politics. As the unofficial write-in candidate for the Guns and Dope Party, Bob ran for the position of governor of California, adding another colorful chapter into his already eclectic life. Tragically, on January 11, 2007, Robert Anton Wilson passed away at the age of 74 after a lifelong battle with post-polio syndrome, leaving behind a legacy of humorous philosophical exploration. George Carlin, a comedian who needs no introductions, once quoted saying, "I have learned more from Robert Anton Wilson than I have from any other source." Robert Anton Wilson's philosophy can be summarized as he always says in his talks: all phenomena are real in some sense, unreal in some sense, meaningless in some sense, real and meaningless in some sense, unreal and meaningless in some sense, and real and unreal and meaningless in some sense. With a staggering body of work that includes 35 books and over 1,500 published articles, Wilson's intellectual journey was a roller coaster of inspiration and innovation. His partnership with Robert Shea gave birth to the underground classic the Illuminatus trilogy, which received the prestigious 1986 Prometheus Hall of Fame award. This work was just the tip of the iceberg. Among Wilson's literary gems was the Schrodinger's Cat trilogy, the most scientific of all science fiction novels by New Scientist. He fearlessly explored futurist psychology and what he calls guerrilla ontology, ontology being the branch of philosophy that deals with the nature of being. He captivated readers with masterpieces like the Cosmic Trigger trilogy, Prometheus Rising, Quantum Psychology, and The New Inquisition. Perhaps one of the most remarkable transformations of his work was the adaptation of his novel Illuminatus into a 10-hour science fiction rock epic. This performance, held under the patronage of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II at Great Britain's National Theatre, saw Bob making a special cameo appearance on stage, leaving the audience in awe of his creativity. When it came to defining his multifaceted persona, Bob embraced the ambiguity with a smile. He may have been a futurist, an author, a lecturer, a stand-up philosopher comic, a guerrilla ontologist, a psychedelic magician, an outer head of the Illuminati, a quantum psychologist, a Taoist sage, a Discordian pope, or even an agnostic mystic. But as he said himself, he was perhaps more of a speculator. Bob's work was a whirlwind of creativity, humor, and profound insight. His writings challenged conventional thinking, invited readers to question their beliefs, and offered a fresh perspective on the world. He navigated the treacherous waters of intellectual exploration with a buoyant spirit, and his impact resonated with generations of thinkers and creators. In Bob's world, reality was anything but straightforward. He believed in the intricate dance of the absurd and the profound, of humor and insight. His writings often felt like a journey through a maze of paradoxes, designed to confound and inspire in equal measure. Wilson's philosophy encouraged a maybe logic approach to life, one where beliefs and denials were never held with total certainty. It was a philosophy rooted in the idea that the universe is a grand mystery, and that our understanding of it is forever evolving. As you explore his unique works, you can see the genius of a man who defied categorization. His philosophy hacked the very fabric of reality, encouraging you to stretch your mind and expand your reality tunnel. As Bob once said, in conclusion, there is no conclusion. Things will go on as they always have, getting weirder all the time. So, let us know in the comments section if you have any opinions about Robert Anton Wilson. And if you found this video valuable in some way or another, it would mean a lot if you would consider supporting the channel with a like and subscribe. God bless you.